everybody? Welcome to Good Luck High Five, a podcast about Magic the Gathering.
That's right. I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
And I'm another one of your hosts, Megan. And whether you enjoy playing the game for fun, or you like getting competitive with it, or you're just having a good time being part of the Magic community, hey, we're here for you.
Welcome. Megan's ready for the show. She's got half a bagel, a thing of coffee. I can only assume. You know,
you're to assume correctly.
Oh, okay. Great. And new hair.
Really, the only thing that's upsetting me is that I've drank some of it. And it's not that
You wish it was still full?
Yes, but I wish that it was somehow still full with me also having drank some of it. Like, I'm not mad that I drank some of it. I'm just mad that it's no longer full.
I understand the feeling for sure.
But yeah, my hair is brand new.
Brand new Meghan hair, everybody.
Yeah.
Tune into our YouTube channel if you want to check that action out.
To know what I look like.
Yeah. Otherwise, remain, you know.
In the dark.
Put it in your own mind. What do you think Meghan's hair looks like?
Ooh. Okay.
Draw us a picture and tweet it at us at GLHF Magic.
Please do.
Because I really want to know.
Please do your worst Photoshop impression. Tell me what's what.
On today's show, we've got, of course, your weekly Magic news to keep you up to date on what's happening in the Magic world.
That's right. Also, brand new standard is here.
Finally! I'm so excited.
That's right. Hazaret, out the frickin' door.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out.
So what's brewing in a world that's no longer dominated necessarily by red-black vehicles?
Are you still like scarred by red-black vehicles?
Yes, I will never not be.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
How can any of us recover?
We're also going to talk about Limited from Guilds of Ravnica.
Ooh.
Spooky.
It's spooky. Everything is spooky this month because it's October.
I know. I'm so excited.
How is anything not spooky in October?
It can't be.
The answer is it's all spooky.
It's all spooky. I had spooky toast this morning.
Ooh, I'm eating a spooky bagel.
I had a spooky encounter with my face in the mirror.
Oh, I have a spooky cat in my house.
Do you ever worry when you're looking in a mirror, it's going to be one of those times when like you shut the mirror and then there's another person behind you like,
well, now I'm gonna, thanks. One of my personal fears is when things move in a mirror. Like if I were
not
to
in real life.
Yeah, like if that's my
so
bigger
spooky.
fear is that my reflection would start doing things that I'm not doing.
Oh,
that's
spooked.
My spook.
More spooks coming up in this show, no doubt. But first of all, we want to say thank you to everyone who's a sponsor of the show over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic. And by the way, while I'm doing this thank you section, a big thank you to everyone who became a new patron.
Yes.
Last week. And everyone who reached out and wrote us a very nice letter about our last episode.
Yes, it warmed our little hearts.
Yeah, it was so nice to hear from everybody. So thank you very much for saying what you did.
We were like the Grinch up on his cold mountain with just a weird looking dog to keep us company. And you all were the little Who's down in Whoville singing your nice Who song. And it made our heart grow 3 sizes.
That's so true. So if this show is something that you value or YouTube content or anything like that, please consider becoming a patron today. If you can spare $1 a week, that's what it comes out to roughly. So thank you so much to everybody who joined the family, and hopefully we'll have new friends at the end of this episode as well. Thank you to cardkingdom.com/GLHF as well as everybody who supports us on Patreon. Card Kingdom's a cool place.
That's right.
Full of spookiness.
That's right. I bet you right now you could go get the spookiest games there. You could get spooky magic.
Ooh, spooky magic.
That's right. Spooky magic.
I want that to be a new format. I would play that.
Didn't we? Okay, we used to call Eldritch Moon Spooky Moon.
Oh, yeah,
remember
we did.
that? That made me remember.
We did.
Do you know what? If you wanted to randomly buy some Eldritch Moon, you can go to cardkingdom.com/GLHF.
You can do it.
That's how you want to celebrate the spooky month of October.
By the way, if you want your horoscope based on which guild you are in Ravnica, you can head over to cardkingdom.com/GLHF and click on their blog, because that is one of their blogs right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. Do you want to know yours as a Boros player?
Oh my God. Sure. Tell it to me.
Okay. I'm typing cardkingdom.com/GLHF. All right. Blog. There it is. It's right on the front page.
Okay.
Big. You can't miss it. Okay, scrolling. This computer that we use is not
It's
good.
terrible. It's
everybody.
very bad.
It's very old. Okay, Ravnica horoscopes, October 2018.
Oh boy.
Ooh, and they've got nice little guild leaders for each of the.
Yeah.
Oh, we Dragonauts is it? Okay. Since Meghan, you are Boros now, kid.
Okay.
Your bold nature may push some people away, but don't let yourself be swayed by the opinions of others. When faced with a dilemma, put your faith in your moral compass, stay true to yourself, and you will be rewarded.
Oh.
That's pretty good for you, actually.
That's actually pretty. Wow. Maybe that quiz knew what it was doing.
Best love match, Azorius?
Wow.
Oh, spicy. Okay, I'm going to go read my Rakdos one.
Okay.
Don't forget to focus on your own happiness and self-expression and follow your heart. Never be afraid to challenge those in authority. You will earn the respect of your peers and superiors by standing up for what you believe in. Wow! In relationships, don't forget that focusing on the happiness of others will also bring you joy. Best love match, Golgari.
Wow. Sorry about that one.
Wow, you. Sorry, Golgari's up there.
Two of you can go, skip through a graveyard together.
Yeah, that'd be real cute.
Have a little graveyard jaunt.
Go read your own lovely October horoscope.
Graveyard Jaunt was the original title of the Monster Mash.
It was a great
Graveyard Jaunt!
Stop rolling. You know what? Whatever your name is who wrote the song, I'm gonna have to ask you to think
It caught on like a haunt.
You know what? That does rhyme, but it just doesn't have the snap.
It was a graveyard jaunt.
We're looking for a real snappy
No?
graveyard jaunt, something with more, like a violence, like a zombie punch.
Oh yeah. I see it. Like a ghoul-tacular.
Yeah, but more.
It was a ghoul-tacular event.
I need more from it. I need more. I want to feel the beat. You know what I'm saying? It was like a witch's slap.
It was of course, it was a mommy's downbeat.
Or a goblin slump.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have some ideas that we can work on now.
We'll workshop this.
We'll get there eventually.
It's time for magic news.
That's right. What's happening in the world of magic right now? Well, first up first.
Yes.
First up first is that there were two different Grand Prix, two limited Grand Prix this weekend, one in Mexico City and one in Montreal.
Yes, it was fabulous. I was at the Montreal one. We'll get into it a little bit deeper later in the show, but we had an Is It deck win the whole thing in Montreal.
Ooh.
In draft.
I like it.
In Mexico City, I'm going to take a peek at what came out on top. Jacob Mastrop's the competition.
No,
the headline.
Mark Jacobson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Jacobson Mastrop's the competition. Does he like...
Oh, he's part of Team Mastrop.
Team Mastrop. I get it. That's cute. One in Mexico City.
What a nice dude, too.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him.
And Logan Nettles also made the finals.
Awesome.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Congrats to them. And a lot of awesome stuff that happened. We learned a lot about the format.
Yeah. Mark Jacobson's deck, I heard also had a disinformation campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's where it was going.
Ooh, he played Demir to the finish in the top 8 draft.
Pretty sweet. I like Demir.
Yeah, his deck looks really cool.
Yeah.
We'll, again, talk about this more later. But yeah, those two Grand Prix happened. We learned a lot more about the format.
Yeah.
And we're going to tell you our learnings in the show.
Christopher Leonard.
Yeah. He won.
Leonard.
Probably Leonard.
You were there.
Yeah, that's how I said it. But I knew that I messed up once or twice by saying Leonard. And I'm like, that's definitely not how you say it.
Christopher Leonard.
Leonard. One for Montreal.
Home of French Canadians.
Yes. Yeah.
Home of many French Canadians. Not all of them.
Oh, man. I loved being somewhere where everybody was speaking French. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Just like a 2-hour flight for us or something like that. And boom, everyone's speaking French.
It's pretty wild.
It was awesome. We also, by the way, next weekend coming up is Team Limited in Denver.
Ooh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I love it. And do you know what? I'm a little sad because we're not going to be there.
I know.
And it's like I've been to more Denver GPs than anywhere else, I think.
Yeah, Denver's a great place to go to for a GP.
It's so like it's a wonderful city. You get to see the mountains. Wonderful people who are there. Like it's and it's so cheap to fly from Minneapolis to Denver.
It's great.
It's like it's almost nothing. It's absurd.
Yeah.
And so I'm really sad. This is like the first one, maybe since I started playing Magic, that I'm not there for.
I'm so sad. Our
What a
teammate we
bummer.
usually team with, Athena, is also very very bummed out we couldn't be there. But I know a lot of cool people are gonna be there and play and battling.
Yeah.
Including some people who don't normally get out and play, so that'll be cool.
Who?
Marshall P. Sutcliffe.
Wow. Is it really his middle initial?
No.
I could see it. Marshall Phillip Sutcliffe.
That does sound good.
Right?
Yeah. But
I could also see it being Ernest.
Ernest! That would be really good.
That would be very good. Anyways, who's he teaming with?
He's teaming with Woody,
Of course.
who you might know if you watch his blogs, his blogs. Oh, now
His
I sound like my mom.
Oh, your blog.
Who's like, how's your blog going?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, it's a podcast.
I think my mom listens sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Shout out to my mom if she's listening. Isn't it? She'll just ask me random things about it sometimes. And I'm like, she doesn't know how to play Magic. I'm like, I don't know how much of this. I don't know why. Right? It's like very kind. But at the same time, if you know nothing about Magic, this can't be fun.
I don't know, Megan. I have also heard stories of people who don't play listening to our show.
But do they understand Magic?
Maybe to like a basic extent. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, though. What if you had 0?
0? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel like it would just sound like a lot of nonsense. Which
maybe that's what
it is.
But yeah, that's gonna be
Moving
awesome.
on.
I'm very excited for that tournament.
Okay, wait. Who else is he? His mom?
I'll also be teaming with his mom.
His mom.
His friend Adam. So
nice.
yeah. And it's going to be really cool. I'm super excited to check that out. There won't be video coverage, but I wish there was, because I want to know what's going to be happening.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out the hard way. Mm-hmm. And by the way, you might have noticed some of Card Kingdom's affiliate partners. We are one of them and proud to be. Are fundraising on social media for the Chalice, which is their charity tournament that'll be coming up. And it'll be streamed, so you can check it out and watch it on Twitch. So if you see those popping up in your Twitter feed or something like that, consider throwing a few bucks your way to your favorite content creator to support them to get power-ups for the tournament, so they can get extra special bonuses when they play.
Sweet. Do you remember what the I can put these words together. Where is it for? The Chalice. Who are they fundraising for? Who they fundraise for?
I want to say it's Big Brothers Big Sisters of that area, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. So all of your donations are going towards a wonderful charity, and you can look it up.
Yeah.
When you click through, I'm sure they will have more information than we do.
Yeah, but yeah,
we're on a travel moratorium for the next few weeks, so unfortunately we will not be there physically either.
No, but
Ugh.
You can support the people who will be.
You absolutely should.
So
I know Ashlyn, for one,
shout out. Yeah, Ashlyn
is out there fundraising. So head on over to you can go to her Twitter account.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's the news that's been a brewing in the Magic world.
Yes. Oh, another piece of non-Magic related news.
Oh, all right. Let's hear it.
Voter registration is closing today for some states like Texas, and closes in the coming week for most states. So if you are not yet registered to vote, you should go do that.
Yes.
You should absolutely vote in the midterms. It's one of the best times to make your vote count. Mm-hmm. I know that some people feel like presidential elections are just like in the electoral system, if I'm in a state that always goes the opposite or always goes the same, it can feel disheartening. Like it doesn't even matter. But especially when it comes down to tons of local elections.
Oh, yeah.
And even like hotly contested governor's races that are happening, literally it can be swung by like, there were races last year in Virginia, in the Virginia House, that were swung by like literally 1,000 votes.
Yeah.
So get on out there, get registered. If you're not sure if you're registered to vote, just Google check my voter registration or voter registration and the name of the state where you live. And you can easily go do that. And I had to update mine the other day, and it goes like that.
Yeah, it's super
go
fast. More information on vote.gov if you need it.
Yes.
And Yeah, it's just a really, really important thing to do. We highly, highly encourage it, nay, require it as a listener to this podcast.
Yes. Require. There are requirements.
And if you need help like getting to the polls or anything like that, I know there are lots of services available. I
Uber and Lyft
Uber
are
and Lyft.
both doing free or discounted rides to polling places.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can also go to the page Gamers for Democracy, which is Nate Holt's new page.
Awesome.
Where he's helping people organize and learn about being more participatory in the democratic process. So head on over there.
Man, voting's one of my favorite things.
It's great.
I love doing it.
Do you know what? And I am like a little coward person sometimes. But I've even like, I can get behind some door knocking, right? Like I'm into it now. It's weird to knock on strangers' doors, but you know what? For the most part, it's all right.
All right,
So,
go check your registration.
That's my endorsement for volunteering and door knocking. It's all right.
Let's talk about a standard corner.
It's just a standard corner.
Just your average everyday corner.
The biggest SCG tournament this weekend, or the biggest standard tournament this weekend, was the SCG.
Yes.
And I'm looking right now. These are from the standard classic. I can't tell if there's a different set of deck lists that I should be looking at.
No, this is it.
This is it?
Yep.
Okay. Boros Angels in first.
Yeah, so this is kind of like for me, who had kind of been keeping my little wandering eye on it, not a surprise.
Really?
It seemed like Boros was going to be the way that the tide shifted, at least at first.
Okay.
And we've got a couple different versions of Boros, like more focused on angels and a slightly more controlling and a more aggressive.
Boros
slant.
aggro. There's also a Grixis control. Never fear, everyone. There's a Grixis control that came in second, and also a Jeskai control that came in sixth, as well as Golgari midrange and mono blue aggro rounding out that top 8.
What do you think is not dead yet?
I can see it. And yet I don't want to say his name, lest by saying its name, I give it some magical power that lets it further claw its way out of the grave in which I am trying to aggressively bury it.
Well, bury?
Bury.
Are you a burrier person?
I don't know.
I know you're
Bury?
a vehicles person, but bury?
It has an H in it.
It's another whole nother level.
I mean, like, bury just sounds really weird. Does it? I don't know.
Does it not sound weird to you?
No. It sounds like the way that I would say that word.
Bury.
Bury it. Bury it.
I feel, bury does sound like it needs an A, but bury sounds like it needs 2 R's.
Yeah, it does. I'll give you that.
Bury needs an E.
Yeah.
Bury.
Bury it. I don't know.
We were having
Anyways.
a discussion with Athena where she's trying to say woolly, right?
Yeah.
Woolly. Woolly.
That's really funny.
The one we're talking about is
Yes,
mono red
aggro.
So the big question would mono red survive rotation without cards like Hazoret?
Well, so far the unfortunate answer seems to be yes.
Yeah, and so I think we can expect to see it in a couple of different iterations. This one that we're looking at right now that got third in the standard classic is just like straight up mono red aggressive, and it's kind of interesting playing cards like Runaway Steamkin.
Yes.
Which I thought we might see, which is kind of interesting. It's a 2-drop that's just a little 1/1, but every time we cast a red spell, it gets a +1/+1 counter.
Yes. Oh, it can only go up to being a 4/4. You can only get up to 3 counters on it.
Yeah, and then otherwise it would really run away with the game.
Yeah.
You can remove 3 counters to add triple red, so enabling you to cast some of your slightly more expensive spells in this deck, although there aren't very many. And one of those is, I played against this deck last night, so this was, it was a little bit brutal. It's Risk Factor.
Yeah.
So this is a crazy new card from Guilds of Ravnica.
Risk Factor, 2 and a red, instant. Target opponent may have a risk factor deal 4 damage to them. If that player doesn't, you draw 3 cards. And it has Jumpstart.
Yeah.
I had this in my sealed pool at the pre-release. Pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, taking 8 off of this isn't the best feeling in the world.
No.
Especially when red is doing exactly what it wants to do, which is getting your life total extremely low.
Yeah. Sometimes, and then you also don't want to have them draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because then they're just going to find their lightning bolts.
Why do they keep giving red card draw?
I don't know.
Like, honest question. It makes me kind of mad.
This is Blue's thing.
Well, it also just feels like, right? Like, we were even talking to people about how the problem with previous red was that there was no drawback to it.
Yes.
Literally, you could just pay all these hyper aggressive cards. And then because of stuff like Bomat Courier, it didn't matter. You never had the problem that red is at least supposed to sometimes run up against, where you just like, right, you draw out and they're 4 points away from dead and you just can't get there because you don't have card draw.
Right.
And Bomat Courier finally rotated out. And it's like, okay, now maybe there will be some small drawback to being red, which is that sometimes you'll get them super low, but they'll be able to claw their way back because you're only drawing one card at a time. And then this card like Risk Factor comes along.
I don't know.
And it's like, why are you giving red card draw? It also plays Experimental Frenzy.
That's sick.
I'll admit that part is
that.
entertaining to me. Yes,
like
this
that.
card is hilarious and I love it. And I want to see people play it all the time.
I saw somebody play this in their deck. Who was it? It was Ari Lax. Played it in a draft, and he had a pretty bad Boros deck. This was I can't remember which draft of the day it was, but he was losing majorly.
Yeah.
Plays Experimental Frenzy, then he wins.
Yeah. I mean, it basically just looks like it just draws you cards.
Just draws you so many
draws
cards.
you so many cards.
But yeah, I mean, Risk
So
Factor
why?
looks like it's going to be a real thing.
Yeah.
Gotta be aware of it.
Yeah.
This deck is
Why are you giving red card draw?
just super low to the ground, ping you with stuff like
Like
get
a
you
deck
Lava
that's running
Runner.
Fanatical Firebrand should eventually run into some sort of problem. That's like their moral
Their moral drawback.
exactly to playing a card like Fanatical Firebrand.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
great. Actually, I do
There
want,
should be repercussions. That's what there should
There
be
you go.
moral repercussions.
I
for
mean,
playing
especially
cards.
when Raminap Ruins. That was the one that
exactly.
also really got me.
Yeah.
Remind me to talk about card draw when we're in the limited portion of this.
All right. What's even in this Boros Angels
All right,
deck?
Boros Angels. It's playing basically every rare and mythic rare that you would
Yeah.
expect.
Well, hey, the first two cards that I see are uncommons.
Yeah, I love a Danto Vanguard, a 4 of, and a
Yeah.
4 of Knight of Grace. And Danto Vanguard is like my favorite card that exists right now in Standard. So I tried this deck out last night on Arena, actually. I didn't have enough mythic rares to craft them all because there's a lot in this deck.
Yeah.
A Johnny, Adversary's Tyrants is a 1 of. We've got 4 History of Benalia, 4 Lightning Strike, 3 Deafening Clarion, which actually is in the main. And I loved this choice because guess what I'm running into a lot of? Mono red.
And then you just give all your creatures lifelink and you're like, all right.
Okay, you can't win anymore.
Okay.
2 Conclave Tribunal, 3 Aurelias, which, we expected to see her because she's just so dang powerful.
Yeah.
We have 4 Resplendent Angels, which I love, and 4 Lyra Dawnbringers.
Yeah.
I did not have like I said, all the rares and mythic rare slots to build this thing because there's so many.
There's a lot.
But I substituted in stuff like Militia Bugler and I made like 2 Aurelias. So I'm like, well, do I really have 2 or do I have slightly more? Or do I have 2.5?
Yeah.
And I did find one with a Militia Bugler and I was like, how is this deck not actually running this card? Because that was sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. And so you just use Aurelia to pump up your creatures. You swing in, you attack, you gain life. Shalai helps you out because, Red's trying to burn you out, and that's kind of helpful to just have her around as a must kill. I also played against an Izzet deck that was looked like a homebrew that was trying to kill me with Goblin Electromancers and tiny like small triggers from like Opt or 1 mana spells.
Oh, you mean?
Sorry,
Gutter Snipe.
Gutter Snipe. Yeah. So like,
Sweet.
just tuing me into oblivion. That was a cool deck I ran into.
Let's see. This Grixis deck has 4 Nicol Bolas
All right.
and 3 Dream Eater.
Dream Eater, you bearded face Sphinx. Your face is a beard.
Other than that, it's got, just a lot of removal the way you do, as well as 2 Search for His Canta, 3 Notion Rain.
Nice.
3 Ritual of Soot.
This card is going to be the bane, one of the banes of my existence, no doubt.
Yeah, I like it. And Thought Erasure. All right.
Grixis
Classic control.
Yep.
Classic controlling situation.
How about Jeskai Control?
All right.
This is,
I want to look at this Golgari mid-range too.
Oh, okay.
3 Crackling Drake. Yes, and 2 Niv Mizzet.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
2 Ral, 3 Teferi. And then again, just, classic counter spells, removal spells. Ooh, 2 Justice Strike. All right. Sinister Sabotage. Cleansing Nova is there. They also have 3 Deafening Clarion.
Yeah.
All right.
4 Chemister's Insight too. I was wondering if this would be the new,
Card draw of choice.
Of choice.
Yeah, it seems pretty good, especially being able to jumpstart it from your graveyard by pitching whatever dumb thing you can't cast.
What is this Golgari mid-range deck? It's playing
I don't
3
know.
Glowspore Shaman?
Yeah, that's the 3/1 for a black green. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. You may put a land card from your graveyard on top of your library. I'd like it better if it was into your hand.
Yes.
2 Golgari Find Broker, which is the black, green for an Eternal Witness effect. It's a 3/4 and it gets a creature or a permanent, out of your graveyard and
Card's
into your hand.
sick.
Yeah. 4 Jade Light Ranger, 4 Merfolk Branch
4
Walker.
Molder Hulk? What the heck?
Wow. Into it. 2 Plague Crafter, 3 Ravenous Chupacabra, a Seeker Squire, 4 Stitcher's Supplier.
This is like Turbo Undergrowth.
Interesting. A Thrashing Brontodon and 2 Azoni Thousand-Eyed.
This deck's sweet.
1 Assassin's Trophy, 2 Necrotic Wound, 3 Find Finality.
Into it.
Yeah, same.
This looks like a spicy brew. I don't know if it'll survive anything, but I think it's really cool.
I like it. You never know.
I wish this is the kind of deck that I wish more standard decks could end up looking like.
Yeah.
Which is a few like one-ofs doing something pretty unique and that is kind of centered around a theme that we see in Limited is something that I would love to see kind of make the jump into standard.
Yeah, same.
I think that's neat.
All right. Well, let's see. Well, I don't see. Do you know what I don't see?
What?
Is any of the Turbo Surveil decks.
Yeah,
in
that's
this top
true.
16.
We were playing around with Turbo Surveil on our stream.
Yeah. Not here yet?
Yeah,
Question mark.
we'll see.
Or here's Celestia tokens though, which I was going to say Green White Knights was also something that we had looked at.
Yes.
And that I started building.
And this deck is pretty cool. I really do like this one. Because you're getting to use Amara, Soul of the Accord, and Tristani Discordant. And what I think is my favorite part, Venerated Loxodon.
Yes.
Because I love when sealed or limited bombs end up in constructed decks. That's like one of my favorite things.
Same. Plus it has the classic history of Benalia, Conclave Tribunal, and it also has 3 March of the Multitudes.
I love it.
That's the instant convoke spell. X green white create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink.
Beautiful.
Into it.
I love this too because if people are running around with Cleansing Novas and Deafening Clarions, March of the Multitude gets around that.
Yeah, it does. Just like, okay, so on your turn, you wrath me, and on my at the end of your turn, I'll just like make a bunch more 1/1s.
Yeah.
Sweet.
This deck is sweet. I think I might try and make this one too.
Oh, it also has 4 Sapperling Migration.
Yeah.
Cute.
They're going on a journey, and that journey is to victory. Pack your bags for victory, kids.
Is this a TV show? Is this a children's TV show that we're watching right now? Because that sounded like the beginning of a children's TV show.
Moms out there, when you send your child off to school, I want you to say, pack your bags for victory, kids, as they head out the door.
In my mind, I was imagining victory as like a town, though. In this case, it's a misleading town.
Victory.
It's all about a family that has to move to Victory, Saskatchewan.
Okay, how many Victory USAs do you think there are?
Wow, 50.
Okay.
I believe that there is one in every state.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. I can imagine that.
I have to be wrong.
Over or under? I'll take the under.
You can't take the over on 50.
Maybe there's 2 victories in a state?
I don't think that's allowed. You can't have
for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
because
can't have 2 cities.
The post office would be like,
in the same name with one
They have a
state.
different zip code though.
Yeah, but that does not matter.
All right, everybody on Twitter, has there ever been 2 cities with the same name in the same state?
Please hashtag it with the name 2 cities, 1 state.
these decks are you going to be making, Megan?
Probably I'm going to start out with the Celestia one because like I said, I started making one because that's what I had the most cards for on Arena.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, so that's sometimes what it is.
That's like the whole new Arena challenge, you know?
It's great. We've already talked about how much we enjoy Arena.
Love Arena.
It's amazing. It's great. I love it. Play it all the time.
I was having a struggle last night with trying to copy a spell on the stack.
Yeah.
If anybody else has had this problem, you do need to be in full control mode. And I think you've got to add mana to your mana pool too.
Okay.
So, by the way, apropos of nothing, there's my tip about copying a spell on the stack.
All right.
Let's talk about Guilds of Ravnica Limited. Hot off the presses, a new Magic set, and we are trying to figure out how to break it for limited play. And we learned quite a lot this past weekend between Grand Prix Mexico City and Grand Prix Montreal. And this was kind of my overall takeaway.
Every Canadian is really just hurt by the way.
Grand Prix Montreal.
Oh,
I think I got it.
Are you Lumiere?
I think I got it perfectly on the nose.
Okay.
I was very sad actually because I used to speak pretty good French and it's all gone. It's all gone. Anyway, it was awesome to be there. Canada is obviously a really cool place. Everybody is just like super nice. And everyone in our top 8, by the way, was so excited to make the top 8. It was a beautiful thing to see.
Aww.
We have these surveys that the writers give out that say, what is what would winning this Grand Prix mean to you? And so many people had such heartfelt answers like, it would change my life, it would be my biggest accomplishment. I'm so happy to make the Pro Tour. Somebody just wrote, what was it? Everything in all caps with 3 exclamation points. So this is something that really, really warms my, as we said, cold, tiny little Grinch heart with my weird dog companion. Anyway, my main takeaway was the decks that did the best all day in sealed and usually in draft, even though draft was more balanced, was decks with blue in them. So
nice.
That's my takeaway: is blue is the best color in Guilds of Ravnica. So there you go.
Been waiting for this day.
Yeah, Megan. I mean, go nuts. Is it and Demir on top?
Into it. I was just looking through, talking about the 9-0 decks at GP Montreal from day one. And this says, so the first one was a more defensive Is It deck, which into it. And then it was Demir with green. And people were talking about, God, Night Veil Predator. You love this card.
I love this card. It's
great card. It's the one that's blue, black for a 3/3 flying death touch hexproof.
Yeah.
What a card. And also Artful Takedown. For the first 5 days I was playing this format, I thought this was an uncommon because it seems like it should be.
It does actually seem like an uncommon.
It's so good. Choose one or both. Tap target creature. Target creature gets -2/-4 until end of turn. That's an instant.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
It's excellent. You can use it if you're an aggressive deck somehow, and you can use it if you're a defensive deck. Doesn't matter. It's fabulous.
So that was Chris Ha who went 9-0 on day one. Said that was one of his.
He's a very
favorite.
nice guy, and a lot of people said they play with him at his local game store. The funny thing about him is he was basically forcing Grixis in every draft, hard. And we were covering his drafts. We were like, what is with some of these picks? He's going hard on Bartisan Bats and the Boar that gives +2/+0. What is going on?
That is interesting.
And then we just found out that he just thinks Grixis is the strongest color combination. And he did really well with it. So can't fault him.
That's good. But at the same time, I can't wholeheartedly endorse drafting that way.
I mean, it was kind of, the first draft was the second one went a little better for him. The first one was very shaky. There was almost no fixing in the mana for him doing this. And we we're just kind of perplexed. But then, he went 2-1. So we're like, all right, that's fair.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
And the first one, Is It splashing white was Brad Bonin, who said Disdainful Stroke. That card is very good.
Oh,
I forgot. The last time we saw it was in Battle for Zendikar.
Was it?
I don't remember. It was around that time.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
That there's so many times you just say, is it? And people are like, is it? But what if there's another guild called Was It? So there's Is It and Was It in the maybe it's the upside down version of Ravnica. Was It is the Is It guild.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Khans of Tarkir.
Khans, okay.
Khans
Are Tons of Karkir?
Tons of Karkir, it was very good back then.
It sure was. Yeah, don't forget about Disdainful Stroke, everybody.
This is someone, Alexander Kadu.
Yeah.
Was also blue-black, splashing green, and had Glaive of the Guild Pact.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is 2 mana for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each gate you control and has Vigilance and Menace, equipped 3. I've been impressed with this card.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to be.
It is.
But it's pretty
impressive.
good.
Yeah. Continual source of damage that is very hard to block because of Menace.
Exactly. And like you can 2-for-1 people all of the time and then you just re-equip it somewhere else.
Yeah, just somebody else wear this. It's not going to
Exactly.
change my buff.
Obviously, you have to have enough guilds in your deck
Yes.
for it to do anything. But
If you do.
hey, yeah.
If you
pretty
do,
good.
there you go.
Let's see. There's Alex Watt who had a Boros deck with Fire Urchin and an Inescapable Blaze.
Inescapable Blaze, excellent card. Pick it
Yeah.
very highly.
Awesome. So those were those up in Montreal. Those were our 9-0 day 1 decks.
Yeah, so sealed, as you can see, all those players except for the last one talking about blue.
Yeah.
And that's just super telling.
But hey, Boros is in there.
Boros is in there, and Boros is kind of what I would say is my exception to this rule.
Yeah.
So you can get the Boros beatdown going on, but other than that, I would say blue is definitely strongest in sealed.
There are definitely times online when I've been playing sealed, and if my opponent sometimes I had opponents that went like turn 1 Healer's Hawk, turn 2 like the 2/1 Goblin that like pings something if it attacks or
Ornery
if
Goblin.
it blocks it.
Yeah, that card is great.
That card is great, and then went into like like a Wojak Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Holy buckets! And
That-
like you just can't
That
beat
curve
that.
out is excellent. Wojak Bodyguard, that's a card that has overperformed for sure.
Yeah,
Just
that card is so good.
mentors onto anything
Yes,
has to be blocked.
that's the biggest thing. It mentors onto anything, and it's a 3/3 for 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a world!
Boros has excellent tools and really good cards at common because that's like its deal. Fresh Face Recruit 2/1 first striker on your turn. Mentor onto that. Now you have a 3/2 first striker with your Wojak Bodyguard attacking for 6 the next turn. Like, yeah, you gotta slow that down in a major way.
As you said, Is It won the whole thing in Montreal that last draft?
Yep. No rares. I don't think
Sorry about that.
in
I
this,
dropped
or
my
maybe like
microphone.
one.
Yeah. Let's see. Invent. Nope, that's not. Nope. 2 Hypothesizzle.
Oh,
that's where I
yes.
want to be in my life.
Absolutely.
That is where it is at.
So is it, as we learned too, which if you've been playing this set beforehand, which I know a lot of people have because it's been available for a long time, able to kill opponents out of almost absolutely nowhere. You
Yeah.
can see it in in a turn dealing an insane amount of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine, man. 15 life. No, you're actually dead.
Yeah. Let's see. There is a rare in here. It's Steam Vents. So you're right.
You're right. Yep.
Did get a rare.
Yeah, and this deck actually beat the most beautiful Boros deck that probably anybody will ever draft in the finals. So, yeah, was very, very tricksy and was able to get it done using cards like Smelt Ward Minotaur to get blockers out of the way if Boros happened to have any.
Yeah.
And just lots of like little tricks to get through damage.
Murmuring Mystic in here too.
Murmuring
I
Mystic.
love this card.
Make your bird tokens. Kill stuff.
I had an opponent online the other day who played a Murmuring Mystic and then played the 1 blue rare that copies and then also jump started it the next turn.
Quasi duplicate. Oh
Yes,
my god.
and had 3 copies of Murmuring Mystic and the quasi duplicates made birds.
Yeah.
It was intense.
That card is really, really, really good. Pick it, never pass it.
Quasi duplicate or Murmuring
Murmuring Mystic.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good.
So
It's
insane.
a 1/5.
It's also just a 1/5.
What toughness. What toughness.
5, nothing can get through.
Hark. What toughness.
Hark! Yeah, exactly.
Lava coil doesn't kill it.
No.
Hypothesis didn't kill it.
Rosemane Centaur can't attack through it.
Nope.
What are you going to do?
1/5.
Wishcoin Crab similarly has that magical 5 toughness number, which it blocks almost everything ever.
Yeah.
So those are cards you definitely are going to be looking to if you want to be blocking.
Into it.
What else do I want to say? Oh, 1,000-Year Storm. This is the coolest thing that happened.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
All tournament was somebody had a nice little Izzet deck, and I don't think ended up winning this match, but won the tournament in our hearts because he drafted 1,000-Year Storm, and it ended up in his deck, which is just like you're in day 2, you're drafting competitively, and he puts it in, and I'm like, yes, great work. 1,000-Year Storm is a 6-mana enchantment that gives every one of your cards Storm.
You're playing the spirit of Magic.
Yes, exactly. And the opponent was, I want to say it's 17. Okay. Over the course of 2 turns after playing 1,000-Year Storm, he got him to 0. So
wow,
there you go. It was very impressive.
That's awesome.
And it was probably the coolest thing that we saw, other than like a comeback from Ari Lax at 1, I think, to come back and win, which was really cool too.
Yeah. Awesome.
From 20. So yeah, I think that's one of the other things that I think is really cool about Guilds of Ravnica is its ability to play very kind of like intelligent and tricksy magic, especially in the Izzet guild. When you're playing Izzet, you feel like you're an Izzet guild member. You're sitting there on your turn. My turns with Izzet take a little bit longer because I'm like, okay, if I jumpstart this, then that thing's going to get that ping, and then this thing's going to tap down that thing, and then the next turn when I jumpstart and tap down that, and then you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I feel like I'm inventing a weird...
Beautiful minding it over here.
Yeah, for sure.
Actually, that movie is garbage, but you should read the book.
Because you're like trying to construct a win with all of your various wires and batteries and electronic devices and a pacemaker that you found in the garbage and your old toaster.
Who put a pacemaker in the garbage? How did they get... Maria, do you realize where pacemakers go?
This is a very dark world. The Mirror are really good. They can get a pacemaker out of you without you even noticing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
So that was cool. I want to talk about the card draw thing really quick, which is that why I think the blue decks are doing better is that while the creature quality is higher in white and green, I don't think it's high enough to be able to make up for the fact that if you get to the mid or late game, there's just no way for you to keep pace with blue, which has so many ways to draw cards and shape their draws with Surveil and Jumpstart. So
yeah, Surveil is just so good.
It's just
for
amazing.
the sheer ability to pitch lands into your graveyard when you don't need them anymore. I remember there was a point at the pre-release when I was just like, there were times when I would flood a little bit and maybe I'd have like 7 lands in play and I'd still have some in hand to pitch to Jumpstart. But there were times when I would get to, my most expensive spell was 5, cost 5. And I was playing a 16 land deck at the pre-release. And I would get to 5 lands in play and I would just hold them from there. Yeah. Like in my hand to pitch to Jumpstart. And it just felt so nice to be like, you can't flood.
Yeah, you just can't.
I just have these lands, but they're actually spells. It was pretty solid.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But that's my one tiny criticism is that I mean guilds and drafting them and whatever is one of my favorite things that Magic has done, but I think that they just need a little bit more power because once you are just drawing off the top in Celestine or Golgari, like that doesn't feel as great. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. It was a super cool tournament to watch, and I am still so excited to go on and play on Arena. I need to play some Arena. Hey everybody, you should consider Ultra Pro.
That's right. Not just consider, but you should use Ultra Pro.
Yeah.
Use them if you're getting play mats, if you're getting sleeves, deck boxes, because they have awesome sets of all of those things. Dice. Literally every time that I'm like, we have to name all this amazing stuff that Ultra Pro carries.
It's impossible.
I can't remember all of it. Bags, a bag that changed Maria's life.
Oh, gosh, I used it at the pre-release, and it was awesome.
That changed her life.
It changed my life. Every time I wore it in my old bag, it was like it was a chore. And I use this new bag, and it feels like I'm wearing a cloud.
Your old bag was like dead weight, the card.
Nice. My new bag is like
Cloud Reader Sphinx.
Yeah. Nice. And that's all at ultrapro.com. You can check it out. You can also find Ultra Pro products wherever you buy your magic stuff. Hopefully, cardkingdom.com/GLHF, because they carry a lot of awesome Ultra Pro stuff too. And they're one of our sponsors of the show. So show them some love, everybody.
Yeah. So today we're bringing you a brand new flavor text theater.
Yes.
This is called Advice Panel. So we're going to crack this booster of Guilds of Ravnica, and we're each going to draw a card. And then we're going to ask some just typical advice questions of these cards.
And then we'll give advice in the style of the card. By the way, I was given a pack at Montreal from a listener, so thank you so much. We'll use it next week.
Cute.
Because I forgot to bring it. Sorry. It's in my other bag.
Okay. I've got a card.
Okay, great. Should we just go to like an advice website?
Yeah, and see what questions people have been asking?
Yeah.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because this isn't a guessing game, so you can just know who we are. Hey, everybody. I am furious right now, and there is nothing that can stop me. I am maniacal rage.
And I have very big thoughts on things, but I'm real quiet about it because I'm a whisper agent.
That makes me so mad.
Oh my God, you're so scary.
You're so scary.
I don't know why I'm goblin-esque.
I mean,
I'm not a goblin. I'm a demon.
oh, you are?
I don't know what I am. I'm a gruel.
Maybe I shouldn't go to this website. Okay, we're just going to make up questions. I found some really disturbing ones right off the bat.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yes.
I, a member of the audience, have questions.
Yes, what's your question?
I was just wondering, when I go grocery shopping, I always forget to bring my reusable bags.
Oh.
How can I remember to bring my reusable bags when I'm going grocery shopping?
What I would tell you is to leave yourself a voice memo on your phone. Record yourself a little reminder. Something that sounds like, hey, remember to bring your bags.
And I would say that what you need to do is just shred all of the other bags in the grocery store, and then you can't use them, and then you can't.
Ooh, wow. Great options for you there. Great options. The next members of our advice panel, me.
Hi, the front half of me is a lady and the back half is a horse. And I'm bringing you flowers. I'm Centaur Peacemaker.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm erstwhile trooper. You can pitch cards into your graveyard and give me +2/+2.
Okay, my question is, I can't seem to eat healthy. Whenever there's a bag of Oreos in my house, the first thing that I do is go ham. And by ham, I mean not ham, but Oreo. I eat the entire bag in one sitting. How do I eat better?
Well, you just need to take all of the bad foods, go out in your backyard, dig yourself a deep hole after you call City Public Energy, City Public Service, City Energy, Central Point Energy.
Before you dig.
Call before you dig. Call before you dig, man. But just go out back, dig yourself a deep hole, bury them in it.
Wow. Okay. Great advice.
You'll see them again someday, but you won't like how they look.
I'm Centaur Peacemaker, and I say you've got to make peace with your food habits. What I try to do is, instead of going ham on a bag of Oreos, is just nibble on some nearby gardenias. My front half is human, but I still have the nature of a horse, so I will eat weird things like flowers, sugar cubes, carrots, and occasionally a human hand. Centaur Peacemaker.
A human hand?
We also are violent.
Okay. Hey, I'm Darkblade Agent.
Ooh.
Am I here or am I not here? Watch out, because I'll murder you before you find out the answer.
I'm the card Severed Strands, and I want to kill, but also by doing it in a really disturbing way, by sacrificing one of my friends.
Wow.
What's your question that you need advice on? Snip, snip.
Hey, yeah, I was just wondering. I have a very old car. And I'm tired of having to get all this work done on it. But I don't know if it's more worthwhile to try and sell it for cash or if I should try and use it as a trade-in. So what should I do with my really old car if I want to get a new car?
Have you considered cutting your own brake lines and just letting it go down the road, severed strands?
No, I haven't.
Get the insurance money. You might end up dead in the process, but it'll be fun.
You know, Dark Blade Agent, actually really like that idea. Except what you really need to
knew we'd be
do
on the same page.
is that you need to get one of your enemies into the car.
Oh, yeah.
And
Great
then you need to cut your brake lines and send it down a hill.
That's my only problem. I can't
The
sacrifice
perfect murder.
my enemy. I have to sacrifice one of my friends.
Kill your enemies and your friends. Dark Blade Agent.
Dark Blade Agent and Severed Strands, partners in crime.
Ooh, this one doesn't really make sense. Crushing Canopy, get out of here. Okay, I'll take this one. Ooh, who are you?
I'm a rampaging monument.
Wow! and hi, I'm Disdainful Stroke. I don't like most things.
I see that we have an audience question over there.
Yes.
Audience, what's your question?
Oh yeah. My question is, I've had a cold for like 3 weeks. These are all from my real life. I've had a cold for like 3 weeks. What should I do? It won't seem to go away. Rampaging Monument.
What you need to do is you need to bust into the nearest CVS. You need to buy yourself some cold medicine. And if that doesn't work, you need to run down the block to the nearest doctor, bust in the front doors, and say, "Show me a doctor."
Hello, it's me, Disdainful Stroke. And my opinion is, you shouldn't be hanging around with the proletariat who is full of diseases. Stay with the upper class who have upper class diseases, like inbreeding.
Classic frickin' Disdainful Stroke.
Yeah,
am I right?
Disdainful Stroke is the worst. Yes, next audience. Oh, wait, sorry. Let's introduce our next panelists.
Hey, I'm the Swarm Guild Mage.
I knew I smelled something when I came in here. It's me, Ledev Guardian. I'm here on a giant wolf.
Oh, cool.
I have to clean up giant wolf poops everywhere that I go.
Well, it's nice that you're not letting them run into the water stream. Clean up after your animals.
That's right, Celestia cleans up after its centaurs, its giant wolves, and also its human elves. What's your question?
Yeah, I have a question. Hold on. I have to think of a question. I used all of my questions.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any questions that come to mind?
Sure. My question is, I'm an audience member, and my question is, when I get drunk, I like to do a lot of online shopping. At 4 a.m, how do I stop myself from these impulses?
That's a great question.
Swarm Guildmage, what do you think?
What you need to do is you need to let a bunch of beetles into your house.
What? My God.
You heard me. Let a bunch of beetles into your house.
What?
You'll never want to go into your computer room ever again. Just leave your
horrifying.
computer in your home where the Beatles live now. But not the musical Beatles. Just bugs.
That's so disturbing.
Beatles.
As the Ledev champion, that's the most disturbing thing I've ever heard. My advice would be to take your computer and spear it with a long spear and then feed it to your wolf pup and clean up its giant computer poops.
Beatles. In your
Ooh.
home.
Like a blanket that's alive.
Beatles.
What's our rare from this pack?
Gross. Where was it? Which one
I
of
don't
these
know
was
which
it?
one it was.
Oh, I know what it was. It was Drowned Secrets.
Oh, Drowned Secrets.
Yeah, I didn't use it because, it is
Drowned
what
Secrets.
it is.
So yeah, we're gonna send these cards as well as other ones that we open in Flavor Text Theater and a whole bunch of goodies to our winner of our October drawing.
Nice.
You can find the link to that in the show notes of this podcast or underneath the YouTube video, the gleam.io link. Click on that to enter our drawing.
Well, everybody, that's been another episode of GLHF.
Yeah.
Thank you once again to our amazing sponsors, Ultra Pro and Card Kingdom, as well as to everyone who is out there supporting the show. Thank you so much. And again, to everyone who sent us a nice little note
that
this
was
past
great.
week.
I even
it
had
really
somebody
meant so much to us.
come up to me in the airport and say thank you. And so that was really sweet. And it really means a lot to us whenever anybody writes in, and also whenever anybody chooses to become a patron, because that's a way that you're saying thank you, as well as helping us kind of, stay alive and keep doing what we're doing.
Staying alive.
It's the Monster Mash.
And remember to get out there, register to vote.
Yeah, absolutely. Register to vote and then actually vote.
Yes.
That's part of the equation.
That's part of it. You cannot just register and then be like, that's all done. Guess we're finished here.
You can check us out on the internet, facebook.com/GLHF Magic. That's also where we're at on Instagram and on twitch.tv, where we do sweet streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else do I have to say? Gosh,
Well,
magic's cool.
yeah, good luck.
High five.